What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming to you and I am just going to talk to you a little bit. Y'all know y'all see me on the bike, and I want to do something real quick before I get started. So this is for you, Cindy. Thank you so much for telling me that my bike was put together kind of jacked up. I had the handles pointing the wrong direction, and I was trying to push the brake down, but it wouldn't go. So I was scared I was going to break something. So I didn't do it. But this is for you, girl. So let me point this down real quick. As you can see, my seat no longer wobbles and my handles are pointed in the correct direction. But thank you so much. Girl, you be looking out for me. She was like, your bike is not biking. I was so happy when she told me, because she said, it's going to feel like you're not supposed to keep pushing, but keep pushing it a lot. And it did. It really did. I didn't worry about what was going to happen if I kept pushing. I just went ahead and kept pushing down on that lever, and it actually did lock. So I thank you for that, because now I'll be able to ride my bike in a safe manner. So, but anyway, I wanted to come to you today because you haven't been seeing any exercise videos from me lately. One, because of my work schedule, the way that things have been going. Y'all know when I drive into the office, the last thing on my mind is filming content and stuff like that. Girl just be tired. She just be tired, okay? So that's one of the things. And then the other thing is I have really been researching some additional educational opportunities for myself. There's some goals that I want to reach for myself, and there's some things that I want to do work-wise, some objectives that I have, some things that my manager talked to me about when I had my evaluation, and I am trying to figure out the best way to tackle that. I actually met with a counselor for a college that I'm considering. I'm not sure if I'm going to get another bachelor's, my master's, or if I'm going to get certifications. But all of this is in line with trying to focus on being a better version of myself, giving myself things to keep my interest. I'm a person that I can't be idle. I can't be still. I have to constantly be doing something, or I feel like I'm missing something important. And so right now, because I kind of put a pause on my business for a little while, it's my job that is getting 100% of my focus. And with that, I started noticing little things that I wanted to learn more about. I have direct contact with teams where I work on different projects, and I'm involved in different things. And so my brain automatically started asking a lot of questions recently about some of the different aspects of my job. And so I started thinking to myself, okay, girl, you have limited knowledge about this. Why not do a deeper dive? And so that's kind of where I am, is that I am exploring different areas of responsibility, because there is one particular area where I'm considered the subject matter expert, and I would really love to try and match that in some of the other areas. If I can't match it, I want to get pretty close. But in order for me to be able to do that, I have to research, I have to study, I have to ask questions and things like that. So that's kind of where I've been really consumed with thoughts about work-related goals and stuff. And so the other thing is, I have recently, in the last few days, started experiencing some pain in my hips. And I am not getting on the bike. I'm not getting on the treadmill if I'm having trouble walking. That makes no sense to me. And it's not the kind of pain that you experience from working out too much. Maybe your muscles are sore because you haven't used them in a while. It's not like that. I went to get my mammogram and I could barely get out of the car. It literally felt like hot skewers were being driven through my hip bones. And it wasn't in my back, it wasn't in my legs, it was literally in my hip socket. And that's not good. And I've told y'all before, I have arthritis in my hips, my back, my feet, and my hands. And some days it just out of the blue decides it want to act up. So Uncle Arthur was cutting a monkey and giving me a hard time. I have been able to move around and do different things, but OMG, it was really a challenge trying to get in and out of the car, and then moving around because I had to go to the desk, get my paperwork, go sit down, fill out the paperwork, take it back to the desk, go back and sit down, wait for them to call me for the billing part of it, walk over there. Then I had to walk to the dressing room, put my clothes. I mean, so all of that moving around, my body was just like, we not feeling this today. So I had to come home. I had to, and I had taken my medicine. I had literally taken all of my meds, and just for some reason, my body just decided it wanted to start cutting up. So on the brighter side of things, I am feeling better. I'm not in pain. I do need to take my meds for the day. It's pretty late. Right now it's almost 5 o'clock and I still haven't taken my meds. Usually like if I drive into work, I have my meds down probably around we'll say maybe 11 o'clock at the latest. And that's because I'm taking them little by little and not trying to swallow them all at one time, because it takes a full 16-ounce bottle of water for me to get all my meds down. So anyway, I am sitting here on my treadmill. I do miss riding. So just know that there are going to be some exercise videos coming up soon. I don't know if I'm going to do voiceover or if I'm actually going to have a conversation with you. You can leave me a comment below which you prefer. If you prefer me to do a voiceover and you listen to music, or if you actually want me to engage with you. So let me know. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to say I don't know. It's going to be, you're going to get more than one exercise video. So you'll get one for the bike and you'll get one for the treadmill for sure soon. I'm not going to give you a date because I don't want to commit. I don't believe in committing to things that I can't stick to. You know, it has to be a really good reason, like right now, why I'm not exercising. So I did want to take an extra day, which is today, not exercising, to make sure that my pain was manageable and that I wasn't going to regret getting on either device. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to find out from you guys, what have you been up to? What interesting things have you discovered about yourself lately? Have you found out that you are a fan of a particular type of dance? Have you found out that you have you discovered a new food? Have you discovered maybe a dish or a type of food that you've never tried before? I know some people, they have never tried African food. I've recently started trying different African dishes, and I did have fufu and egusi, and I'm not going to talk about that experience because it wasn't very pleasant. And I think it was a restaurant that we chose to go to. And I also didn't realize that I could have got it without meat, which is what I should have done. So I'm not a fan of goat. I did get chicken, but the way that the chicken was cut, it just did not make for a pleasant dining experience. I will say that I enjoyed the fufu. And what I have been trying to do is think of a stew that I can make myself and then go buy the fufu, because I'm not going to be pounding no yams. And that's a lot. I watched a video about how they make fufu, and that is a long process, long, tedious process. So I applaud the people who actually make the fufu, because I know you be getting to working and y'all have some muscles, because that is a very, very lengthy process. But anyway, I'm going to figure out a recipe for a stew that will allow me to eat it with my hands and the fufu. And what I will do is bring that to you, and maybe I'll do like a little mini mukbang, sharing the recipe with you and letting you know where I got my fufu from, what type of fufu I actually purchased, and provide the recipe in the description box. So tell me what new things you have discovered. Put it in the comments. Y'all come and engage with me. Also, let me tell you, I recently discovered that I want to color. I was sitting up one day and I was thinking to myself, I really wish I had a coloring book, because as a child, I can't draw. I have no artistic skills in that way whatsoever. I can write. I can even carry a little tune. But I can't draw and I can't paint. But I know how to stay inside the lines. I'm very good at staying inside the lines. And so I didn't really like coloring with crayons. I enjoyed coloring with matte pencils, because matte pencils, you can sharpen it to the tip, gets really, really fine. And there's some really nice shading techniques that you can do. inside the lines and make your artwork look fabulous. So let me know too. Do y'all like the color? If so, one thing I can tell you is I've seen those adult coloring books with all the different designs, and it almost looks like I think they call it a kaleidoscope. It looks like that. I don't want that. I don't want an adult coloring book. I've been wanting to color in like just a regular child's coloring book. They have some of the most amazing things to color in those coloring books. So I think the next trip I go to the dollar store, I am going to grab a few coloring books, and I'm actually going to start coloring. I need something to keep my mind focused. Because another thing I used to do, I have what I used to have in the restroom, TMI, right? Word search, and so you could do, if you were in there for a minute, you could do a couple of word searches, but anyway, don't judge me. But yeah, so tell me what you think about that. Are you into coloring? If you're not into coloring, do you find it interesting that I am thinking about going to get me a couple of coloring books? So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I have been doing the creator shout outs, and I have been finding some great content creators. They're putting out some amazing content. I love, honey, I've been hooked on the Food Network channel. So anytime I find a content creator that does like cooking videos and stuff, especially if it's dishes that I love to eat, I'm all up in there. So recently, like in the last maybe 6 weeks or so, I've seen people eating them, and they're the birria tacos. And I would say birria because to me, that's what they sound like they're supposed to be called. But one of my content creators that I watch, she calls them birria. So, man, I did the ones from Trader Joe's, but I also found a restaurant that delivers DoorDash. And if you get 5 birria tacos with a consomme for like $12, and I'm telling you, the heartiness of these tacos, they do not skimp on the meat, and the shells are a pretty nice size. And it is so delicious. I have been hooked. So I went in search of a recipe to make the birria, and it turns out that the birria is the stew with the meat and everything that's in it. And this lady have been making casseroles. She's been doing a taco. She eats the stew by itself. She even has the birria with, like, she's done it with shrimp. And I've shared, I did a creator shout out for her. Views on the Road is the name of the channel. And y'all go check out that video and show her some love, because she got some recipes on there that just, man, and her recipes aren't complicated. I imagine that, the food is really nice and flavorful. I wouldn't say rich, but just really nice and flavorful and worth the effort. So if you haven't already seen that video, go ahead and check that video out. And y'all try some of those recipes, okay? I don't have anything else other than I wish you guys would have an absolutely fabulous rest of the day, that you have a wonderful rest of the week. And I want to encourage you to think about your worth. Think about the fact that regardless of what other people might say to you, regardless of the things that may have happened to you in your past, you deserve every ounce of happiness and joy and peace and love that you can handle. You deserve everything that your heart can handle. You deserve it. You deserve it. You are worthy. And if nobody has told you at any point in your life, or even just haven't told you today, you're amazing. If you're not already a member of the Fetch fam, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, and get to scanning those receipts. You might as well take advantage of it. You're already spending the money. The receipts translates into points, the points translates into cash, and you can redeem that cash via store card or cash card, or you can donate to charity. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.